Shabbat Shalom. In this week's parasha of Parshat Balak, we are introduced to two of the most vile characters in the entire Bible. King Balak, the king of Moab, and Bilaam, the prophet, the heathen prophet, who gathered their forces together, who ally themselves for one single purpose, and that is to curse the Jewish people. What's the reason for this? Well, Balak is panicking. He has found that the nation of Israel is at his border. They have defeated the two kings of Sichon and Og. They are on his border. He panics. They're going to destroy him like they did the other kings. And he sends for Bilaam. He knows that Bilaam is a great prophet, that everything that he says has come true. He knows that he has the ear of God, and he knows that with Bilaam's support, he'll be able to affect the curse of the Jewish people. When Bilaam finally arrives, after a fascinating journey, which we've discussed in previous videos, he arrives and King Balak takes him to go and look at the Jewish people. And 3 times, Bilaam will attempt to curse the Jewish people, and 3 times those curses will turn into blessing. But what is fascinating in this whole negotiation, in this whole story, is how Bilaam tries to curse the Jewish people. And herein lies an important and fundamental principle for each and every one of us. Balak takes Bilaam onto the mountain, and from the mountain he sees part of the nation, and from there he curses. It doesn't work. He tries again. He sees part of the mountain, part of the people, and he curses them. And why is the Torah highlighting this fact? Because Balak understood a fundamental principle about human nature. In order to curse the people, he had to see only part of the people. Because if he saw all of the people, his mind would be changed. We see this in the text itself. When Bilaam finally sees the entire nation, he utters the incredible words, Ma tovu alecha Yaakov, how great are your tents of Israel. He cannot be not be enthused by what he sees the Jewish people. But when he sees only part of them, then he's able to curse them. And this is the lesson that is so fundamental and important for each and every one of us in terms of our growth and in terms of our behavior and involvement with other people. You see, it is very easy to curse and demean and to be angry and to hate others when you only see a part, when you see them done one thing. But when you see the person in full context, in full view, our relationship towards them can certainly be changed. It is much easier when to see a person doing one thing wrong and then extrapolating it outwards to the whole, then we can find hatred towards them. But if we see the whole picture, then when we see them doing one thing wrong, we'll be able to justify and maybe explain it away. How many times do we have this situation? Oh, that person was so rude to me, I want nothing to do with them. If that name is even mentioned, you immediately jump up and say, that person is someone that you should not have to deal with. And someone else will say, what are you talking about? That was a once-off, that was a mistake. How many times has it happened to you? I know it's happened to me, where people will look at me and go, how rude. The rabbi never looked at me. He never greeted me. The meantime is, I was at the shops. I was looking for my wife had just texted me and said, can you pick up a can of whatever it was? And I'm busy looking at my list of kosher ingredients. I'm not focusing who's around me. Person waved to me. I didn't wave back. Not because I didn't know I was being rude. I didn't know they were there. That moment has clouded their appreciation for who I am. They don't want to talk to me. Why? Because they view me as rude. Why? Because I did not greet them at the shops. It's always easier to find and to blame someone when you can pick them and see them from the side. Much harder when you see the whole picture. And thus, the challenge for every single one of us is not to act like Bilaam and Balak and only judge people from the side, from seeing only part of them. Wait until you get the full picture before you make any decision or any judgment about them. That is the biggest challenge. In a world in which everything is happening so instantaneously, where people are so quick to judge, it's to be mindful to read the words of this parasha and reminded that all I'm seeing is just one part of what is going on. And maybe if I see the full picture, my response might be like Bilaam himself, who said, Ma tovu alecha Yaakov, how great are your tents of Israel. Shabbat Shalom. Hi, this is Rabbi Lewin. If you've enjoyed the content of the sermons and the ideas that have been expressed in the YouTube video, please hit that subscription button and notification bell, and share the videos with friends. We'd love to grow the channel and love to engage with you. Please share your comments in the section below. I'd love to hear from you. Have an amazing day.